Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you how to play Age of Civilizations 2. As you can see in this map, I made it all on my own. Wasn't too hard. It did take a bit of time, but I made it all on my own. I also made a 1950 map all on my own. But that doesn't matter that much for today. I'm just going to teach you how to play the game. So here we have the German Empire. If you click on a country, it doesn't mean that you're playing as it. You need to click on the country, and you see this add player thing. You can add the player. Then if you want the first player to be the Russian Empire, you click on the German Empire, and you can remove the German Empire if you just want to play as Russia. So that's the basics. For now, I'm only going to play as Germany. And some other basics are the options tab. If you're a new player, you can use beginner mode if you don't really want it to be that hard. Normal and hard are for a bit more experienced players, and extreme and legendary are for really pro players. Most of the time I keep it on normal. The fog of war. This just kind of limits the distance that you, as your country, know of. If you have fog of war discovery, then that means you won't know everything on the map, and you can't see units unless you have a lighthouse near. And if you have off, then you can see everything. It doesn't matter. So if you have it off, I don't really recommend using lighthouses because you can already see everything. So I'm gonna turn it on to discovery mode. The AI aggressiveness. So this, you can just use it to lower the amount of chance that there is for the AI to attack you. Most of the time, I just keep it at 100 or 125, the default one. Manage diplomacy. This part, you can, if you want, you can go to this, and when you start the game, you can kind of be allies with everyone, I guess. But I'm not going to use it right now, since that's kind of cheating. Colonizations of wasteland provinces. If I turn this on, then the Ottomans and the British are probably going to try to take over these parts of Arabia, because they aren't colonized by anyone at this time. But I keep it off because there really isn't that much to colonize, because most of the world is already known. Other stuff, there isn't that much that I can say about this, so let's get to the game. Since you guys know the basics before starting the game, you should know the basics of when playing. So you want to turn on your taxes a bit more. This is gonna give you more money. The goods help your population growth. The more you have it, the more population there will grow. And the research, it will give you more technology points. The more technology points you have, the richer you will become. Investments, this helps your provinces develop. And military, just make sure that this doesn't go too high, or you won't be making that much money. So keeping military upkeep is a very good thing to do during a game. You can, and this is the technology level chart, I guess. You can use your technology points. For example, most of the time, I keep 5 population growth, 5 economy growth, 10 on income taxation, 5 on income production, 5 on administration, 10 on military upkeep, and then 5 on research. I'm not putting anything in colonization cost because colonization is off on this game, so it's useless to put it on. Okay, so another thing about this. in the goods. If you want for a province to grow faster, you can tap on more here, and you can build a farm. This helps your province develop more population. While in investments, you can tap on more and go to invest and invest in investments. This other one, say you want to invest the economy in a province. You tap on this, put some money in it, and then done. Same with the investment thing. As to manpower, you basically click on a province, tap on recruit, and they will come the next turn. Or if you want, you can conscript the men. Then they will be there the same turn. If you don't want the troops there anymore, you can disband the army. If you want, you can disband some of it or most of it, or if you want, you can disband all of it. The more troops you disband, the more money you get. Let's get into diplomacy now. As you can see, I'm in an alliance with Austria-Hungary and Italy, the Central Powers. Right now, on 28th of July, 1914. Russia is in an alliance with France, and they're also proclaiming the independence of Serbia. So basically, if I want to improve relations, say, with the Netherlands, I go on their country, tap on diplomacy, and I can tap improve relations. But if you want say, you don't want to like the country, you can send an insult. I don't really recommend sending an insult because it makes it more likely that they're going to declare war on you later. As into declaring war, you can go to the diplomacy and tap on declare war. Prepare for war gives you a set amount of turns from 2 to 10 to prepare for war with the country that you want to declare war on, and you can also call your allies in. You can kick countries from the alliance here. If you want, you can do a trade request with countries. You can give them something and they can give you something. Most of the time it doesn't work for me. I just have to give them something. I just have to give them something for free. And that's when they'll accept. Sometimes the AI goes crazy and asks you for and tells you that they'll give you 14 gold in order to form a coalition against Greece or something. So, let's say I want to attack Denmark. I can recruit here. Right now I don't have money, therefore I can't do it. In order to go to the next turn, you just tap on this button, next turn. And I'm also playing as the Russian Empire, like I said last time. I planned on just playing as Germany, but I just decided to play as Russia also. Guess I just made a mistake. I thought I was only going to play as Germany, but I'm playing as Russia as well. It doesn't matter that much. For countries, anything else? The ranking. If you're playing as Russia, here in this map, you're the strongest country. Germany is 5th, Austria-Hungary 11th. Italy, in real life, at this time was weaker than Austria-Hungary. But they're ranked one rank higher because they have colonies in Africa. So as in real life, Russia was weaker than Germany at this time because the reign of Tsar Nicholas II. People weren't happy with him, revolutions, communists. uprisings, a lot of other stuff, bad reputation with the government. Therefore, Russia was demoralized, making it easier for Germany to win a war against them, which is what they did in the First World War. Lenin was exiled to Switzerland, but the Germans brought them back to Russia so he can plan his communist utopia in Russia. Other stuff is that you may not have very good stability. Example, if I'm playing as Russia, I'm in an alliance with France. If I want, I can support their rebels, and I can select which country. Say I want to support the Algerian rebels. I can select how much money I want to give them. Although for now, not a single revolution in other countries has happened to me like that. Formable nations. You can see here, I can't form the other Russian Empire because I need this chunk of land, this chunk from Afghanistan, this chunk, yeah, that's from Iran, and everything else I have except for half of this island and Alaska. I don't really want to form this Russian Empire right now because it's fine with I'm fine with how I am right now. So I don't really have why to do it. Your happiness in this place, like I said at this time, people weren't happy with the Russian government. Therefore, when you play on this scenario that I made, I haven't released it to the world, but I made it so only 45% of the Russian population is happy. Now it's 44%, because they aren't happy with the government right now. You may have some stability problems. You can tap on map modes. You can go to province stability, and you see the more green it is, the more stable. The less green, the less stable it is. This is because there are a lot of Poles living here. I added those. There are Algerians here in France. I don't know why, but I added Gabon as well. Some of the people here of Zambia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe. There are Armenians in this area, and not a single other place that's really worrying about stability. There are Moroccan and Spanish people around this Moroccan place of France. That's why it's not very stable. That's why I did it like that. As for everything else about the stability, there isn't nothing much else. If you want, you can look at the economy map here. There are a lot of maps here that you can do. The more dark orange or brown it is, the better your economy is. So there isn't that much you can see right now. If I tap on this part here, it tells me that I have 1,487,338 economic score, and I don't know why. But Salsk is my most populated city. St. Petersburg is at this time my capital. Though Moscow has more people, St. Petersburg at this time was Russia's capital. Back then, I don't think that Moscow had more people than St. Petersburg. You can look at the type of terrain, supplies, if you have enough supplies or not. The growth rate, the population growth rate. Moscow, Russia being the highest with 102. Brilon? How do you say this? Brilon? I guess. Is the highest in Germany with 89, tied with Berlin. Okay. France has 102, Spain has 100, Italy has 102, Serbia has 84, the Ottomans have 102, Iran has 96. Other stuff, you can see the happiness of a country. The happiness in Russia is right now 44%. The happiness in Germany is 79. In Austria-Hungary, 64. Italy, 74. Unrest over here, and you can check where there may be revolutions. There are Poles around this area, Armenians around that area. But I don't think that the Armenians would try to revolt in real life. I just added them because I just wanted to. You can check the type of governments. At this time, most are monarchies. The entirety of the Balkans was a monarchy during this time, but Bulgaria's flag of a monarchy at that time didn't match with Bulgaria's monarchy flag in this game, so I made it a democracy. Same with Romania, which I made a republic. France is a republic right now, the Third French Republic. Portugal, I made a republic. I don't know if that's the same with real life. And yeah, there isn't that much else. The United Kingdom has vassals, which kind of makes it hard because, they might try to gain independence, which makes it kind of hard because the vassals are very far away from your mainland here in London. It's going to take a long time until you make it there. Unless you don't really focus on this part, the British Raj could try to declare independence and take over this part while you're still trying to get your men from London to Mumbai, but you're still on this place right here. So there isn't that much else. I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.